Begin NBC's Rick Santelli. Rick, it's great to have you on the show. You made some noise out there. I want to have, by the way, here's you, just for those who are away. I was up in Pennsylvania raising money for the Boy Scouts, but here's you yesterday on the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange.
The government is promoting bad behavior because we certainly don't want to put stimulus forth and give people a whopping $8 or $10 in their check and think that they ought to save it. This is America. How many of you people want to pay for your neighbor's mortgage that has an extra bathroom and can't pay their bills? Raise their hand. How about we all? President Obama, are you listening?
Well, apparently he was, because here his spokesman is responding to you, sir, today. This is Robert Gibbs on you.
I'm not entirely sure where Mr. Santelli lives or in what house he lives. You can't stay in this program unless you continue to make mortgage payments. That's important for Mr. Santelli and millions of Americans to understand. Mr. Santelli has argued, I think quite wrongly, that this plan won't help everyone. I would encourage him to read the president's plan and understand that it will help millions of people, many of whom he knows. I'd be more than happy to have him come here and read it. I'd be happy to buy him a cup of coffee. Decaf.
Well, do you have any personal reaction to being accused of being over the top, or what? First of all, get to the human interest side of this. Are you offended?
You know, I guess I was a little disappointed. I thought he would have a little bit more respect, but I can understand his stance. I have great respect for the administration. We want him to win this. I guess I would say it this way. When there's actually some details in the plan, I will even pay more attention to it. But my rant wasn't about the plan specifically. It was about a philosophical issue, Chris. And the philosophical issue is this. In America, a card laid is a card played. Okay? Contract law should be sacred. I don't know that any form of government should be able to come between a person who contracted with an institution and the person that signed on the dotted line.
Okay, let's go around it a couple ways. First of all, do you believe the problem here of these over 2 million people out there facing disclosure, who are at the bottom of this toxic asset problem, which is at the bottom of our financial crisis, which is the bottom of our economic crisis today, and the reason we're going into something close to a depression? So let's get at it. We got a bunch of people out there who can't afford their houses they're living in. Is it their fault because they're deadbeats, they shouldn't have bought the houses, or is the guy who sold them the house, the woman who sold them the house, was that person a huckster who got them to buy the house with phony baloney low interest rates, with no down payment, and guess what? Allowed them to lie on their application and claim an income they didn't have. Who's responsible? The huckster or the deadbeat?
Everybody. You know what?
No. You're an analyst. Who's largely responsible for the problem of these 2 million cases of toxic assets which are weighing down our financial system and may bring us all to financial hell? Who's responsible?
Well, Chris, think about it. Were these mortgage brokers, were they licensed? Were there any supervision there? No. Okay? Did the people that signed these have their lawyers look at them? If not, shame on them. Okay? Chris Matthews, do you sign something without reading the fine print or having a lawyer look over a housing contract? Have you had a lawyer for all your contracts closing on all your properties? Have you?
Am I supposed to answer that question? Yes, there occasionally I find myself not reading the fine print. But let me ask you a question. Did you vote for Obama or McCain?
I voted for Mr. McCain. It should be between me and my conscience, but I did. And you know what?
No, I want to know where you're coming from politically, because you're coming down hard on Barack. That's what I'm asking.
No, I'm not. I am not coming down hard on Barack. I'm coming down hard on the notion that I don't see anywhere in the Constitution where if you work hard, you're looked at as being dispassionate, being non-humane, because you won't let your government redistribute what you've worked hard for. I want to leave my kids a legacy, not trillion-dollar deficits, and the ability to wake up every morning and try to be the best they can be. And if they work hard and they want to do things with the money they make, it should be theirs and it should be their decision. And I don't understand why our leaders need to be in between that dynamic.
Okay,
and I don't care
Let's
if it's
go.
left
I'm with you
or right.
to take that position. Let's take that position all the way. Suppose we take the Ebenezer Scrooge, Rick Santelli position all the way, and we let those people just rot, basically. They can't pay
That's
their
not
mortgages,
what I
kick
said.
them out, put
That
the
is
couches
not-
out in the street. Okay,
No.
here's the question. How do we get rid of these, what I cannot stand, one more banker, one more analyst from Wall Street telling me, we got this problem with toxic assets. I don't want to hear it again. So how do we get rid of this problem? How do we get rid of this problem? Do we just let people be foreclosed and kick them out? What do we do?
You know, I don't think there's an easy answer here. And I think charity begins with the individual. I think we need to give them jobless claim benefits if they're unemployed. Maybe we have to come up with a way to securitize to the public a portion of their house or a portion of their bill. But I think that the contract law becomes very difficult here. I don't think there's any easy answer, but let me rephrase this. Your 401k, it probably is a little bit less than it used to be. You might not be able to retire as soon as you should. Does that mean you need to be made whole? Is there really any difference there?
No, everybody wants their money back. Rick, if you think the people out there don't want their money back, you know what I know. Everybody wants their money back. Everybody wants one political ambition. They don't want a grand new strategy.
I'll give you a solution.
You know what they want? Their money back. I agree with you.
Chris, here's a solution. You add up all the money that we have at risk, all the money for the programs, add it all up. It's a pretty large sum, right? Divide it by how many households are in the country, those that are behind on their mortgages, those that aren't, and split it all equally and give everybody a check. How's that for a solution?
Well, they're all crazy. Hey, thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Chris.
Your name is permanently iconized. The President of the United States has sent his spokesman after you. You're up there with Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity. It's quite a team. You're probably the smartest in that group, though, I'll tell you that. Thank you very much.